Hello and welcome to our video. This is our 2019 BMW M140i Shadow Edition. This has the auto 8-speed ZF gearbox. The car is finished in sapphire black metallic. The mileage on this car is just over 11,000. I think it's 11,074 miles. Full service history. BMW, we may have just done it with our local BMW specialist. We'll check that when we get inside the car. So the whole car's been detailed and machine polished, and we use various different machine polishers to bring up the paintwork as shiny as you can see on this car. So we have like a rotary polisher and an orbiting polisher. The orbiting polisher sort of moves around in a sort of circle as it spins to give you this lovely glossy finish. And we use different compounds to get the results that we get on the cars. All the bodywork's in really nice condition. You'd expect with this low mileage. If we come down onto the front bumper, there are very, very few chips or anything. In fact, it's not peppered at all. There's not even really anything down at the bottom. This is an area usually to check along the bottom there. Up on the top here, as you can see, there's nothing up here. And if we just come down here, we've got front and rear parking sensors on this car as well. So all the paintwork is really nice. The LED lights on this car, I'll just show you, all the lenses are nice. Really lovely looking lamps. And that's the BMW LED lights. We've also got the 719 black gloss alloys. They're still 18-inch, but they're a different spoke on this wheel. And they look really nice, especially with the black. We've got the M Sport brakes in there as well. Running on Michelin Pilot Supersport tyres as well. Now the previous owners opted for some black badges, which is obviously changed. We've got the sun protection glass at the back of the car. To show you this rear wheel as well, so you can see they're all nice. All the discs are in good condition, the brake discs. If we look all around the filler cap here. If I come in, I'll open that up. You can just take a look. No damage. All really nice and glossy. And the other thing I'll point out actually, the fuel. Takes E5, E10 and even E25. So the new fuel is not a problem with this car. And we've got the rear parking sensors. Now the rear lights on the Shadow Edition are slightly more smoked, and the front headlights have the black band in the bottom. We'll show you those in a second. So we've got the rear black badge as well. Just come back out. Try and show you different angles of the car. I'm just looking around the back of the car. There's no scratches. There's no damage. Looks really nice there. Let's just come in. There's no scratches on the top of here either. We'll come back to that in a bit. And there's no scratches along here. We come up onto the roof. Being a black car with the cameras, and you point the camera at the black, it increases the light and it overexposes sometimes, so it's quite difficult. Let's try and get it. So no damage along the top there, no bird dropping stains, no tree sap marks. Just casting my eyes around the roof, and there's no marks up there, no scratches or anything. It really is nice and shiny, clean. Even the trims you can see on the side of the car have been machine polished. Just come back out and show you the wheel on this side. All lovely and shiny. That was the front wheel. If we have a look down the side of the car, try and get a better focus. No ripples or anything in the panel. It's not had any damage or anything like that. Really nice clean car. While we're here, so the headlights on the front, so this band down at the bottom is finished in black. Take you over to this car here, you'll notice, so if it was a standard M140, it would have a silver band at the bottom like so. So, just scanning around on the bonnet, there are no, couple of little chips there, so let's get out the reflection. Come out to the side, you don't want to see me. Two little chips there, I've zoomed right in on those, but they've been touched in and we'll put a little bit more back on there. But nothing up here. It's so shiny, it's like a mirror, so you can't actually see the colour of the car. And the other thing I'll point out is the windscreen's in really nice condition. It's not peppered. It's amazing with all the stones on the road how peppered the windscreens can be. But that's all nice and clean. If we look at the wing mirrors, no damage. Again, if we look down the side of the car, see how the light is playing havoc. Let's move my finger, there we go. So you can see it's all really, really sharp. Come back out. We'll just take a nice slow walk around the car. Try and keep this in focus. So I've had a good look around the car before we even started the video, and there's nothing, there's no marks on the car or anything. Just come around, sorry about my shoes squeaking on the floor. So just to come all the way around the car. Okay, and we'll just check this mirror out as well. All in lovely condition. Okay, so we'll take a look inside. Straight away you can see the HARMAN KARDON speaker up in the top there. Another one down in the door. There are more speakers under the seats and also up in front of the media there, and in the back of the corners, up behind the headrest in the back at the sides, there's more speakers. So looking at this door card on the passenger front side, there are no dig marks or anything like that on this door. There's no damage at all. It's all in beautiful condition. If we look down the door shut, nothing on the edge there. The reason I'm showing you this area is because sometimes people trap the seat belts in there and you get dig marks in the side of the door. But nothing on this car. Let's just take you up around the shuts. All really nice all the way around. You see we've got the electric seat on the passenger side, and we've got an electric memory seat on the driver's side. We've got the rocker button for the bolster, which inflates the sides here and here. See the condition of the leather is really nice, no wear, not on the bolsters. If we come up to the top, all really nice, centre armrest. And then we've got the black gloss trim with the pearl chrome finisher, which follows on through the door there. And all of this. Now if you look at this fabric, you can push this and it's got give in it, and it sort of feels nice. What I noticed about the new M140i is they've gone for a hard plastic, and the one thing I know about that is it's not going to wear very well, because as soon as something hits it sharp, it's going to scratch it, and then what are you going to do then? This has a bit more give, it doesn't scratch the same way. So This is a very desirable model, this M140 or the M240s. The right gearbox, the right engine, the build quality I believe is much better. I don't think the new car has advanced. I think it's changed, not necessarily for the better though. It's lost the gearbox, lost the performance, lost the 6-cylinder engine. I think the gearbox that they use is called Anus or something, partly owned by Toyota. But these ones have the ZF 8-speed box, which, as many of you know, is being fitted in the new M5s now. It's a strong gearbox. Anyway, let's take a look in the boot. So just quickly going to scan along here just to show how little wear there is on this car. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's the speakers I was mentioning. They're either side. I've got the cargo netting here. The seats obviously drop down, they're split. I've already checked the locking wheel nut is down in the bottom here, as is the towing eye and the first aid kit. I've already checked over the parcel shelf, which is all in good condition. And if we look up here as well, this hasn't been damaged either. The back of the tailgate basically. And if we have a look just under here, you'll see the pump and the foam kit all in there, all original. We've got the battery, all as it should be, all nice and clean. All clean down in there as well. And you can use these little lugs here to put your carrier bags on basically. So your shopping doesn't get thrown around in the back. Which, as you get older, you start thinking about these things. It's pretty sad, really. God. All I used to care about was how fast it went, and what the 0 to 60 time was. Now you want to know where you can put your drink. Have you got a cubby hole to put your wallet in? You want somewhere to put your false teeth one day. Anyway. All lovely here, and again, just checking out the shuts. I've checked all of them all the way around, and they're all good. There's no scratches. Fold down headrests in the back. Isofix for those of you that might need a baby seat in the back. All in really nice condition. And while we're here, it's got all the original mats as well, the car. Just take a look. We'll jump in the front in just a second. Really nice interior. Okay, before I do, I'm just going to check. So, we've got the electric seats, the heated seats, park distance front and rear. We've got the wheels, we've mentioned, we've got the Pro Nav, we've got online entertainment, we've got the, let's just turn these lights. We've got the electric anti-dazzle folding mirrors. I think I might have just said lights a minute ago, but I meant mirrors. So they fold in. You can do this with the key fob as well by pressing and holding the lock button. And the near side mirror, when you go into reverse, depending which side you have left this sliding button, which usually dictates which mirror you're going to adjust, the mirror will dip on the left hand side when you go into reverse. If you don't want it to dip, just slide that button to the other side and the mirror will come back up. So again, just taking a look at the seals. Got all your stickers for your tyre pressures there. All the way around. And we've got the puddle lights underneath. See how clean it is all underneath down there. In fact, for those of you that aren't aware of it, we've got the little LED lights under the door handles there as well, all round. We've mentioned the memory buttons, so 2 memory positions, fully electric. Just check out the leather, all in really nice condition, all the way up. No marks. I think one of the other things you need to be careful of when you're looking at these cars is some of the adverts. Unfortunately, I don't know whether people do it deliberately or accidentally. They either don't know the spec on the cars and they're guessing, or they're deliberately misleading people. Is to check out, maybe do your own checks, but the owners and whether they've got the spec on the cars. All the cars here at Prestige Diesels Sports are all spec checked by myself to make sure we know exactly what's on the car. And there's a couple of things that I can do to double check that, which I'll keep to myself because I'm not here to help other people. So let's just start the car. Well, I'm here to help the customers, but I'm not here to help other dealers. So the professional navigation, if we use the iDrive wheel down here or the buttons, sometimes a double press on a button, so a second press, will then bring up a different view. It's all touchscreen as well, so we can move this around. We'll go into the navigation. I'll use the wheel down here. Now, if I keep my hand nice and steady, if we come over to the left, this is where we've got the menus. So if you just move the wheel rotational, you can bring up the highlights. Just by doing that, it will then show you. So we can put route guidance. This is where we would enter a destination, address input. You can put in your home address and stuff. You can use voice control, or you can just write on the top with your finger on here.
P. O.
And then as you go through the address,
T. S.
you can have really bad handwriting.
M.
It doesn't judge you. And then you can shortcut over to there, etc. So let's come out of there. If we go back to the map, if we go back over to the left, we've got the route, spoken instructions, traffic information. So you can bring, tell you about the trip that you're about to do, and if there's any accidents or roadworks or anything like that. Additional information. This is for points of interest, as it says. You can choose, you can have the weather, satellite images as well, so it changes the display. If I come out, when you come, let's go back out. There you go, it changes to like a satellite image. We go, I'll take that image out for now. You've got your map views in direction of travel, and as I've said in most videos, you can use these buttons here. If you slide your finger just over the top of them, you can memorize in the buttons the different windows, not all of them, but a lot of them, and shortcut them. So if you want perspective, we'll put that on number 8. And then just by flipping in between 7 and 8, you can change the display rather than going into the full menu. And you can do this with telephone numbers as well. When you go into someone's telephone number, you can then just set, mum, girlfriend, dad, whatever you want, on button number 1, 2, 3, etc. Anyway, let's come back out of there. My vehicle, this is where you got all the settings. If you see down the right hand side, the sub menus, displays, everything. and then your vehicle status. This will display tyre pressures and temperature. And if we come down into the service requirements, you'll see that the oil change is not due for a long time. Next year, I think let's go back to it actually. Not due to the 2nd, 2023. Rear pad's 11,000 miles remaining, front pad's 11,000, and the service PDI for the first one, oil and brake fluid usually, oil and microfilter, and then the last one might be a brake fluid. Yep. So that's all up to date in there. So all ready to go. Come back out of there. Your media. So we've got the DAB, FM, AM, online entertainment. So this has got the remainder. You need your phone connected up for this one, and then you can use the online entertainment. Music collection is the hard drive that's built into this unit. So there's 80 gig of hard drive to download your own music into the car. Bluetooth audio, USB, sound, so you can change all your sound there, and I think this is where the phone, and you can link it up with the apps, etc. as well. Okay, so we've got dual climate control, we've got the heated seats, 3-stage on the heated seats, 8-speed ZF gearbox, drive, automatic, sport automatic or manual on the paddles as well. Then we have the rocker button here for Economy Pro, where you have things like coasting. If you look at the percentage bit down here, when you put coasting on, it makes it even more efficient. So when you come off the throttle, basically the car goes almost like into neutral. There's no engine braking, so it gives you much better fuel economy, and you can see 40 to the gallon in one of these cars. So very economical when you drive it in the right manner. And then if you go into comfort, it's a more balanced setting. And then in sport, you've got the sport displays for the horsepower, pounds per foot of torque. You rev the engine, it will change there. Configure sport. Now, this car's not fitted with the adaptive suspension, so it won't change the suspension, but it will change things like the drive chain. So the power, the ECU settings will change. The steering column should stiffen up in sport, etc. And then we've got Sport Plus, which basically takes off part of the traction control. And to take off all of the traction control, which I don't recommend until you've got really used to the car, press and hold that button I just showed you, and then DSC off down there. We've got speed limiter and cruise control. The mode button, voice control. So when we press, let's get this back in focus. Okay, so when we press the mode button, you can see the DAB channels down here. Use the rocker wheel to select the station. You go FM, so basically the same media controls here. Right, we've got USB in here under the armrest, cup holders, 12 volt socket, another 12 volt socket up under the glove box. I'm going to jump out and show you under the bonnet. Just before we do, we'll put the car into sport. Just so a really nice burble from the engine. 2 pulls for the bonnet release. And the bonnet comes straight up. So this is the 6-cylinder twin-power turbo, quoted 335 brake horsepower. Realistically, they make about 350, 351 thereabouts. twin power turbo is basically a dual cool turbo, 2 inputs into the turbo. Input ports, yeah. Getting a bit tongue twisted trying to do the video. And much more efficient, much more responsive, less lag. Really nice clean engine bay. It's all cleaned by hand under here. Hoover any leaves out in here so it's not full of any tree branches and all the rest of it. All nice and just as shiny under the bonnet, look. Show you all around there. Come in a bit closer. And there we have our engine. So thank you for taking the time to go through the video. This car is all ready to go. We have lots of different finance packages from HP, PCP, lease purchase, extended warranties. This car's obviously got some manufacturer's warranty on it at the moment as well. You can take advantage of both by starting an extended warranty at the end of the manufacturer's as well. So if you have any questions, please pick up the phone, give us a call. Be happy to help you. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.